Evening, Namaste, Pranam, Jai Hind. A very warm welcome to our viewers at Strive India, the channel which is now going to give you every week twice discussions on current issues with experts who will be everybody I'm sure is aware of Jan Harsh Kakkar. He is a very well-known columnist. He writes regularly for Statesman, Daily Excelsior, and Amar Ujala. He's also very actively contributing to various military journals. I mean, if I start naming them, it will take me whole day. Without wasting any further time, sir, a very warm welcome to you, sir, to this
Thank you,
show.
Tushar.
We will conduct our discussions slightly in a bilingual manner so that there are a number of visitors who are comfortable in Hindi. तो हम दोनों में बातचीत करेंगे ताकि हमारी जो बात है ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुँचे. जैसा कि आप लोग सभी जानते हैं, जन कक्कड़ एक पाकिस्तान एक्सपर्ट माने जाते हैं और इस समय जो पाकिस्तान की जो हालत है वो क्रिकेट गेम की तरह चल रही है. कभी कोई ऊपर जा रहा है तो कभी कोई नीचे आ रहा है. 9 तारीख को अगर हम ध्यान दें तो शायद इमरान खान अपने बाउंसर्स फेंक रहे थे. उन्होंने यॉर्कर नहीं फेंका. अगर यॉर्कर फेंक देते तो शायद उसी समय काम तमाम हो गया होता, लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं. और इस समय जो है मुनीर जो है वो बड़ी हार्ड बैटिंग कर रहे हैं और कोशिश कर रहे हैं सिचुएशन को कंट्रोल में लाने के लिए. देखते हैं पलड़ा किसकी तरफ भारी होता है. इससे पहले कि हम आगे बढ़े, मैं एक इसी पाकिस्तान की सिचुएशन का एक आज का जो चित्र है, द वे पाकिस्तान लुक्स टुडे, I will just cover it in a brief 2-3 minutes. Can I have the slide, please? Okay, so 9th May, it was Imran Khan who was bouncing the ball at Munir, and Munir was ducking. This is a cartoon which I took from the print. Then you have Dawn, which came up with this. Now the Pak army establishment in general and Munir in particular has got Imran in the defensive, and possibly Imran is looking for one more chance. Partner, give me one more over. I think the situation somewhere fits into the overall picture of Pakistan as of today. Uh, there seems to be some reconciliatory moves also being made by Imran Khan. He says that he wants to maintain good relations with Munir, a drastic change from what his stance was a few weeks back. And Munir is striking back hard, especially on the detractors within the army. And all of you are aware, we have had a number of discussions इसके ऊपर हो चुके हैं. वो अपने ही ऑफिसर्स के खिलाफ कोर्ट मार्शल करना चाहते हैं. आर्सन जो कर रहे हैं, जो लूटपाट मचाया है जिन्होंने, उनके खिलाफ भी वो कोर्ट मार्शल लाना चाहते हैं. तो इस समय थोड़ा जुडिशरी के साथ बैटल चल रही है इमरान खान की पार्टी की. इमरान खान की पार्टी टूट रही है. उनके कई लीडर्स को इन्होंने अरेस्ट कर लिया, स्पेशली सेकंड और थर्ड रंग के जो लीडर्स हैं, ताकि अगर कोई दोबारा इमरान खान को अरेस्ट किया जाए तो उतनी स्केल पर लूटपाट ना हो जैसे कि पहली बार हुई थी. कुछ लोकल पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स को भी उठाया जा रहा है, जैसे कि फजलुर रहमान को आई थिंक आर्मी प्रॉप अप कर रही है. इस समय कुछ धरना वगैरह बैठ रहे हैं, ये दिखाने के लिए कि खाली इमरान खान ही नहीं प्रोटेस्ट कर सकते हैं, और भी लोग हैं जो प्रोटेस्ट करने वाले हैं. लेकिन दोबारा इमरान खान ने एक अपनी पिच बदल दी है. आई थिंक वो आखिरी ओवर की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, जिसमें उन्होंने बोला है कि अगर मैं अरेस्ट होता हूं तो आप लोग शांतिपूर्वक, पिछली बार उन्होंने जिहाद की बात की थी, इस बार वो शांतिपूर्वक प्रोटेस्ट की बात कर रहे हैं. और साथ ही में उन्होंने अपने एक दोस्त के बारे में लिखा है जिनको कि टेरर एक्ट के अंडर गिरफ्तार किया है. फिरदौस नाम है उनका. उनके 27 साल से वो दोस्त हैं, कैंसर से पीड़ित हैं. और वो कहते हैं कि if somebody is kind of suffering from cancer and is fighting it for his life, how can you brand that fellow as a terrorist? Anyway, so I think कहीं न कहीं वो सहानुभूति इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं अपने लिए. He is trying to offer the public support. So with this kind of an overall picture, sir, I would come straight to you to ask you a question which is going around in the mind of a lot of people here, both in India as also in the world. क्या इमरान खान कोई डील कट कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि नवाज शरीफ और परवेज मुशर्रफ वगैरह ने किया था, यहाँ से चुपचाप निकलने की?
देखो, डील कट करने के लिए इमरान को सपोर्ट चाहिए, या सऊदीज का, या यूएई का, या फिर चाइना का। नथिंग इज
यस,
देयर। तीनों
करेक्ट,
देश में इमरान इज नॉट द मैन whom दे वांट। बेसिकली अगर आप देखो, ही वेंट क्लोजर टू टर्की, सऊदीज के साथ गुस्सा आया, यहां तक कि उन्होंने यूएन से इसके एयरक्राफ्ट वापस बुला लिया, सऊदी का अपना एयरक्राफ्ट। इमरान वाज
बिल्कुल।
फोर्स्ड टू फ्लाई कमर्शियल। When it comes down to China, it was he who was anti the CPAC. So basically, unless he gets global support with the US, वो रोज he's been crying to the US, please come to my help. There has been no sign. For
करेक्ट।
all countries, सबको पता है that for Pakistan to be secure and survive as a nation, it needs a strong army. चाहे वो आर्मी कंट्रोल में हो, चाहे वो बिहाइंड द सीन्स। So now they will not permit the army to control. But without a strong army, Pakistan cannot survive. So Imran can go, many more Imrans can come and go. But दुनिया को एक strong Pakistan army चाहिए, which will safeguard its nuclear weapons, which will prevent them from falling into jihadist hands. So that is the work, global interest. अगली बात, इमरान अब डील कट कर रहा है। पहले जिसको उसने चोर बोला, जिसने उसको अक्यूज किया कि यू आर द वन हु इज बिहाइंड एवरीथिंग, फिर इमरान से नहीं, आई डिड नॉट रिमूव यू फ्रॉम द आईएसआई चेयर। अगले दिन प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ पाकिस्तान कह रहा है कि हाँ, इमरान ने इसको निकाला था आईएसआई की कुर्सी से। अब इस एटमॉस्फेयर के साथ, अब उसके साथ जब आपने पहले उसको गाली दी, बिरेट किया, इंसल्ट किया आर्मी चीफ को, और आज आप बोल रहे हो, अपना दोस्ती का हाथ आगे कर रहे हो, विल द आर्मी चीफ एक्सेप्ट इट? कैन ही ड्रॉप टू दैट लेवल?
तो यहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चन मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा है, जो कि इस पर्टिकुलर सवाल से लिंक्ड है, एंड दैट इज, in case if the global support is not coming to him, internally he is being clipped based on the combined effort of the government of the day, which is of course a puppet government of supported by the army. And Munir seems to be now gaining control of the situation as far as the army, intra army discipline is concerned. Do you think he's likely to meet the Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's fate? Because in my previous slide I had said there is a Farzana, there's a journalist who has said, I'm afraid that Imran Khan may meet the fate of what Zulfikar Ali Bhutto met. So somewhere, is there a possibility of that, or you negate that?
I don't think that that is anywhere within range on the cards.
Okay.
Most likely, उसको अभी once you go behind bars, आप 6-8 महीने, 1 साल, your popularity ends. उसके बाद like नवाज शरीफ went out, carry on.
So आपका कहने का
Nobody,
मतलब उसके उसके करिश्मा को धीरे धीरे
खत्म
डाउन
कर
किया
दें।
जाएगा?
आफ्टर ऑल सेकंड रंग, थर्ड रंग पार्टी लीडरशिप इज गॉन।
उनको उनको
इमरान
तो
के
तोड़
एक
भी
नहीं,
दिया।
नहीं, पर पहले देखो ना, जब लास्ट टाइम जब इमरान का भी अरेस्ट छोड़ दो, बट अदरवाइज इमरान यूज्ड टू गिव अ टॉक, ऑल इज नंबर 2 एंड नंबर 3 लीडर्स, फवद चौधरी हो या कुरैशी हो या फिर द एक्स शरीन हो, all of them would comment, all of them would instigate the crowd.
Yeah,
Today, Qureshi is still staying inside behind bars. Fawad
correct.
Chaudhary, जब से उसका भागने का वीडियो आया, he has gone underground. He has
Yeah.
refused to admit कि I can run faster than Bolt. तो वो तो अभी छुपे हुए हैं. Shireen
Agree.
Mazari has been rearrested today for the 5th time. They are not
Yeah.
letting her get out. एक को रिलीज करता है, अगला पुलिस अरेस्ट करता है on another charge. So
दोबारा।
she is only making circles of jail.
Okay.
Other leaders are being pushed to sideline. You can एक बार the ISI picks you up, there is enough avenue to blackmail.
Yeah. And
And
everybody is वो बोलते हैं ना, हमाम में सभी
everybody
नंगे हैं।
has Everybody's got his own secrets. There are
Yes.
enough that they make you do there which they record. So there is enough available for blackmail.
The only thing which is now coming to the mind of people is that, see, Imran Khan does enjoy some amount of popularity, which is far more than any other leader in Pakistan as of now. That's a reality that we cannot actually say that it's a made up or a first up issue. So somewhere, if things go wrong, the way the army is now going about it, because what has happened, there are battle lines which have been created between the judiciary and Imran Khan on the one side. For the first time, judiciary seems to be all united, right from lower court to the Supreme Court. They all seem to be singing the same tune in favor of Imran, and the PDM and the army on the other side. And we still don't know how the terrorists are going to open their card. There also there seems to be a balance, because इमरान खान का केपीके के साथ काफी जो बोलते हैं ना, तहरीके तालिबान पाकिस्तान के साथ काफी अच्छे संबंध हैं, और इस तरफ इन लोगों के जो इधर के जो टेररिस्ट हैं, हु आर बेसिकली क्रिएटिंग प्रॉब्लम्स इन कश्मीर, तो दोनों की तरफ आई थिंक देयर इज अ बैलेंस व्हिच हैज गॉट क्रिएटेड. इमरान खान जुडिशरी तालिबान एंड पाकिस्तान PDM, Pakistan Army, and the other militants of Pakistan. So, do you think in this kind of a very tight balance, a situation going wrong may lead to Imran Khan coming back? Does he have that chance of coming back to power because of his popularity purely?
See, popularity Imran Khan ki bahut hai. There is no doubt about it. And the reason is he has created a messiah-like image, a cult which he has built up. For the common person, ऐसे लगता है when he says, I will not withdraw, I will not leave Pakistan, it appears he's giving a picture that, I am your leader, I am the one who will resolve it.
Others ran away, I am fighting.
The problem that's there is that is your popularity at the grassroots level, which was on display on the 9th. It
Yeah,
is ye which the army is now breaking, which is why 7,000, 8,000 are arrested. कोर्ट कहता है 120 को रिलीज करो, पर उसके बाद 440 और उठा लेंगे. Now this popularity has got some hold. It is a vote bank.
correct.
It can create violence. But the fact is popularity को आप लोगे और इस्तेमाल तब करोगे जब इलेक्शंस होगा.
That's the
The
next
point
question.
is the point is the combined army and the government together are not going to ensure elections before the Chief Justice retires. The Chief Justice and the President both retire on 16th and 17th September. The
Absolutely.
term of Parliament finishes on 13th of August. तो elections को 15 अक्टूबर से पहले होना है. So
बिल्कुल.
the whole game is falling here. Now Imran Khan goes behind bars.
Disqualified.
Not eligible for election. आप election hold कर लो. His second, third rank can do nothing. If he is not behind bars, you will not hold election, you will declare an emergency, or you will say we are bankrupt. This brings me to the next issue. Kya the deal with the IMF is being delayed only on this ground? क्योंकि
Yeah,
पैसा नहीं है, पैसा नहीं
that's
है, elections
that's
नहीं
a
कर
very,
सकते.
yeah, that's a very important question, in fact.
Now, अगर पैसा नहीं है, elections नहीं कर सकते. अगर IMF ने डील नहीं क्लियर किया, तो पैसा नहीं है.
So, does it imply that the US wants to delay the elections?
That is to ensure Imran is out. He was never a US favorite.
Okay.
Because
So,
the first
so
thing Imran is going to do is going to bring the army leadership under the civil administration. Ye
yes.
US doesn't want. It may be, there may be a dictator. Zelensky today dictator hai. Nobody's
Uh,
touched him. And he's a darling of the West. The US does not want the Pak army to lose its hold because they are the decision makers.
okay. So the million dollar question now comes, that the entire balance now hinges on the Pak army. Do you think Munir would be able to now handle the rift, which is, in my view, it's vertical across the Pakistan army right from the lower ranks up to the top ranks, especially given the fact that the lower rank guys are sitting, in far off corners and seeing their senior officers fighting like bloody cats and dogs. So there seems to be some kind of a major rift where people have, including families, etc., have been picked up and they are being put through, court martials and what have you. Will Munir be able to handle the rift in the foreseeable future, or
I
it will
think
be
he
a
will. Yeah, I
okay?
think he will be, because you see, it's a
So,
uniform system. The first thing you've got to realize, when Bajwa became the army chief, months before he was nominated as the army chief, his predecessor ensured that, that is, who's now sitting in Saudi, heading the coalition. I'm sorry, the name is just slipping my mind.
mhm.
Now, he was the one who had given Bajwa freedom to make the promotions and appointments. अब इस टाइम बाजवा ने सारे प्रमोशंस और अपॉइंटमेंट्स अपनी तरफ किए टिल द लास्ट डे,
Yes,
leaving Munir with a team which may not have been his choice.
yeah, because I believe Munir was not his first choice. I mean, that was one thing which was
Correct.
which came
Now,
as a surprise.
as a surprise, Munir का एक ही condition था ना, he was absolutely anti Imran for having removed him from the chair.
I think
So
that
it
was
was
his the
simple as
biggest
that.
qualification. That was
And
his
that
biggest
was his
qualification.
only qualification to become army chief.
Yeah,
Now the fact, now that he inherited a team he did not want, it is going to take time for him to recreate the team. जो ऊपर का पॉलिसी है वो नीचे जाएगा. The rift
okay.
on top is now closing in. Secondly, we've got to realize Pakistan generals are used to immense corruption. They hold properties way
So
beyond sources of income.
ISI will start acting.
That is one. Secondly, you see, they unite when it comes down to anything against them. आज तक which Pakistan general, including having owned Papa John pizzas, has yet been questioned by any accountability bureau for owning assets beyond sources of income?
None.
Whereas which politician has got away?
In
उसी
fact,
के
their
ऊपर
chairman.
नवाज पड़ा, उसी के ऊपर
their-
शहबाज फंसा है, उसी के ऊपर अभी इमरान को फंसाया हुआ है.
I think you
So,
take a glass of water.
हाँ, now this is the difference between the two sides. One is facing it, the other gets away.
I also believe, because this is linked to your promotion point which you gave, that the powers are now with the chief for internal promotions. I believe 4 to 5 corps commanders are going to retire very soon. I think Munir is waiting for that period to appoint generals who are close to him as the corps commander. And like in any army, especially in the Pakistan army, people start vying for becoming the corps commander. After all, corps commander is a big thing as far as Pakistan army is concerned. Maybe he will take this lollipop as a reason to get his senior officers under control, and then overall take control of the even the lower ranks. And I believe he's also done a lot of Sainik Sammelans down below in the way, especially in Lahore garrison, which is one of the biggest garrisons of Pakistan. I
See,
think
he is now working all out to change and set his own team.
that's
There are
right.
no two doubts about it. And his team is almost set. So it takes time. He did not have that reaction time when Imran reacted.
That's right.
Now, with everything set, he is in a position to now challenge Imran. All his visits, Lahore is not the only garrison. जहां पर भी गया है, he has spoken evidently, clearly, without a doubt. And I think he's conveyed the right message. And I think now he is going to get the army under control. Whereas Imran now will be handled. You've got to realize that, you see, you are now taking the NAB road. Abhi Imran is currently with the NAB. जैसे हम
Yeah,
अभी discuss कर रहे हैं, he's sitting there.
yeah, because the
He's come
gens are
there for the first time because the warning
yes,
was evident.
correct.
How long before he gets arrested? आज कल परसों a week, He has to go. He also knows it. It's a matter of time.
Okay. So you mean to say that Imran Khan has decided to play the last over, get arrested, and fade away into
I,
history is what we are looking at a scenario, most likely scenario in the future, right?
you see, it is not what I mean. Imran is looking to continue the fight, but he knows
I
his
know that,
fight. He knows
but
his fight has got a termination date, which is
you
16,
see,
17 September. You get the
yeah,
next Chief Justice,
hmm,
Faiz Issa,
yes,
was
yeah,
the one जिसको Imran के time they moved him. They moved a case of properties beyond sources of income.
hmm,
He managed to survive that,
correct,
and he's going to be the next Chief Justice. And the moment सरकार ने उसको appoint किया as heading the commission on the audio leaks, Imran was the first to howl because he knows the whole thing is going to change against him. If he cannot push through in the next 2 months, which is very, very unlikely, there is nothing which will save him.
so therefore you are seeing the back of Imran, I think, in the next 2 3 months time, out of the country. He will try till that last over, as we discussed about it.
बस बस वही है उसके बाद ही इज आउट.
Okay, so then we have a linked question that Pakistan is a battleground state. The battle internally seems to be now fizzling out in favor of the Pak army. How are the US and China going to play out in this particular uh,
See,
conundrum?
Pakistan,
In this conundrum में US और China का क्या रोल होगा या हिसाब किताब होगा? How are they going to
see, we've
react?
got to look at it this way. US and China are both, after all, Pakistan is well known to be a Chinese puppet. And as far as the US is concerned, it is a very crucial state, खास तौर पे on its location. That is why you find that there are regular visits by the US Army lot, which is
Mm-hmm.
the force commander, is a regular visitor to Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
Diplomats may not be, state government employees may not, state department employees may not be, but he's a regular visitor. Every 2 to 3 months, he's there in Pakistan with the Pak Army chief. Now the issue is for the US, the lesser Chinese presence is there, it's better.
Absolutely. That's why
If
I'm saying it's a
Gwadar,
battleground.
if Gwadar is given to the Chinese as a naval port, the
And
US is going to be unhappy.
yeah, that's right.
Absolutely unhappy. Now,
Yeah.
for China, Pakistan is an area where it does not want to lose its hold.
So don't you think Imran Khan, when he cancelled the CPEC, possibly he worked towards in favor of the Americans? Maybe.
See, Imran did not cancel CPEC. What happened was, prior to becoming prime minister, in all his speeches, he was very, very critical of the CPEC, saying,
Yeah,
"हम लोगों को employment नहीं दे रहा."
absolutely.
The moment he became PM, Bajwa gave him a boot. And the first visit that he made to China, he was praising CPEC like it was not, like there was nothing before it.
Yeah.
Now that is the status there. But the Chinese have been unhappy to know his true intent. If he comes with full power, he's going to stall it. So the battleground there, but in both the sides, neither the Americans are happy with Imran, nor are the Chinese. In both the
Okay.
sides, the Pak army is the one which is winning. The US wants the Pak army to be there in power, or China is very happy if the Pak army controls and coordinates CPEC. So दोनों तरफ से पार्क आर्मी का फायदा है. Imran is the loser from both sides. Nobody is going to tell the government कि इसको free करो, इसको छोड़ो, इसको PM बनने दो. Nobody is going to intervene.
Yeah, you're right from that point of view. I have only one doubt here between the US-China battleground, which is Pakistan, and that is that the Chinese somehow have lesser appetite for using any force while they are negotiating or while they are pushing their interest, whereas the Americans definitely have a little more appetite to use the hard power, as they say it. And here I feel that maybe the Americans may be pushing for the re-establishment of the military bases, because that will keep the Chinese under control, yet keep them just below the radar of a conflict overall. So, do you think the US is going to move for the military bases in an active manner just to cater for that border thing not happening?
Hopefully, if they do it sensible, but I think it's doubtful for a major reason. The funding from China to those who
Okay.
matter to keep the US at bay is also very much a possibility.
Okay. So,
That, you
so
see, funding, whether it means in terms of arming the forces, whether it means under the table, everything has a value.
Meanwhile, sir, we'll take a small little break for propagating our channel. We have Kumar Gopalan, who's been praising the discussion which is going on. I would request all the viewers, even if they are not live today, but as and when they hear this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that we can give to you our programs as and when they are scheduled. As I said, that we are going to schedule two discussions per week, and we will have a number of people coming in from both international and the national circuit to discuss relevant issues. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. So there is one question which I feel is very important from today's perspective, and that is the G20 summit, tourism summit, which is going on in Srinagar. And you find that China has declined, and Saudi Arabia is not attending. Uh, Although Pakistan is not a member of the G20, but somehow it has been very active today. Bilawal Bhutto in Dawn has reportedly said that ये दिखावे की चीज है, दिखावे से कुछ नहीं होगा, or some such words he has used. Do you think the Chinese and the Saudi Arabian not attending the G20 summit, as also the way Pakistan is pitching to make this whole issue as an international affair, is going to affect India in a major manner?
No, see, if you look at it, it's not only Saudi, it's Saudi, Turkey, Egypt. Now, out of these countries, Ajay, now
But
out of
these,
these countries, Saudi
yeah,
and Turkey have sent representatives from their travel industry.
yes,
Basically, it is China which is backed out. And we've got to remember, her discussion mein, it's not essential for all countries to participate.
that of course is there. But here, since
So
they're
it depends.
linking it to the Kashmir issue,
Now, if you take the first two meetings of the same tourism committee, the first meeting was held in Ran of Kutch.
yeah,
The second was held in Siliguri. This is
that's
the
right.
third. Now, in the first two meetings, you had far lesser number of attendees than you got in the third. And here in the third, apart from two, three countries not missing, if you look at the other side, South Korea and Singapore, both the ambassadors are there.
Okay, yeah,
Right. So now you look at the different weightage. After all, when you're looking at Kashmir, you're not looking at it from the Pakistan China angle. You're looking at it from a global angle.
yeah.
Globally, you've
So
got a different picture. Next, now Pakistan, by giving the Shaksham Valley to China and by permitting the CPEC to come in, has willy nilly made China a third party in the Kashmir issue. Now,
that's
by
that's
making it a
almost
third party, and the fact that of the relationship between China and Pak, if China doesn't toe Pak's line, there is no utility of the relationship. After all, higher than the mountains and deeper than the seas and whatever crap you want to say. But so that is towing the line. Now, when you're looking at whatever Bilawal says, does it make a difference to what Pak is saying? You have to
absolutely.
realize Bilawal is saying it for his internal audience. I am surprised till now, Imran has not commented on it.
That's
Now,
that is something that is something which you must try to get into the Imran's mind and say
I
as
was
to why.
analyzing it. Now, you see,
It is
by now, Imran should have screamed that the government has failed. Pakistan
absolutely
government has failed. India has held the G20 summit,
correct. And in
and
Kashmir,
we could do nothing about it.
and in
Is this
Kashmir,
what
and
the
in heart
government
of
is saying?
Kashmir.
Correct. And now they have a counter, which is why Imran was quiet. India abrogated Article 370. You were the PM. What did you do? So you see
Yeah.
that issue is there on both sides. But the fact is, the world is aware what you have done. International media today is covering the tourism summit far more than most other global news. Now, you want to project a global picture, you've got the global picture. This is possibly the only meeting which has been covered up to this level.
Yeah, I basically put that question across for two reasons. One is that today, India and China, for India, China is the largest trading partner. It has crossed the US. The US used to be about $125 billion a year, and now China is around 140 billion in 2022. And for Saudi Arabia, it's our oil interest which gets linked there. I was looking at it from these two perspectives. Whether is it going to? I mean, are the Chinese going to put any spokes as far as the economic angle is concerned? We're not bothered about the other issues as such. And the Saudi Arabians, we are enjoying a very good relationship with Saudi Arabia, UAE, etc., based on our efforts which we have put in into that part of the world. But I was looking at it from that point of view, that is it going to impact a little bit on that factor, the energy factor and the economy factor.
No, nothing is going to get impacted. As far as China is concerned, it backed out of Arunachal also. When
Yeah,
they had the same G20 meeting in Arunachal. And as far as Saudis are concerned, it is just to maintain a neutral stance. It is
yeah. I mean,
evident Saudi
I
is
think
not pumping anything into
yeah, it's
Pakistan
optics.
to support them. You see, there
I think
was a
it's
time.
optics.
No, if okay, now the fact was that there was a time, possibly about 10, 15 years ago, when Pakistan believed that in a war with India, it would get F-16s from Saudi, it will get spares, it will get funds, it will get oil from Saudi. Today, it
Yeah,
knows it's going to get nothing. The whole atmosphere has changed. Today, Saudis are unwilling to give them any funds till the time the IMF clears the loan. And that is something which has hurt them beyond, unexpectedly, because they had
so
always believed Aiga.
so I,
Now,
I
this
so I
change
feel
is because of
yeah.
the geopolitical alignments which are changing. And India's
Okay, so
relations are changing with West Asia. The recent
correct.
meeting in Riyadh between the NSAs of India, US, and Saudi,
Yeah.
that itself brought about is displaying the sort of change that you have. Not attending a meeting means is no great shakes.
Yeah, so basically, like what Ambassador Vora said today in one of the channels, that it doesn't make a fig of a difference as far
Huh?
as overall relations are concerned. So we are looking at today a scenario. We'll be closing our discussion because we have decided to keep our discussion up to half an hour
Okay.
uh, thereabouts, so that people do not take a long time to view your videos. So with that, I think we will close our discussions today, sir. And once again, I'll request the viewers to please like our discussions, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications, and wish us the very best so that we can get you some more analytical discussions on very relevant topics related to security, national and global security, related to geopolitics and geostrategy. And lastly, I would like to thank General Kakkar for having spared his time, about half an hour in the afternoon at Lucknow, amidst a temperature of 44 degrees centigrade, to come and join us and speak to all of you. Thank you very much. Jai
Thank
Hind.
you. Thank you, Dushat. Wonderful
Yeah.
talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
Jen.